kid's sleepy corner. The lost sound looking for its song. Once upon a time, in a world where music floated like clouds and songs whispered through trees, there's a tiny note named Nina. She wasn't part of a melody. She wasn't in a song. She was just floating. I must belong somewhere, Nina said. I just have to find a song I made for. And so, her journey began. In a sunny field, Nina heard a low, blustery sound. Whop, whop! An elephant puffed into a shiny golden tuba. Cheeks puffed like balloons. "Wanna join my marching tune?" he trumpeted. Nina twirled in and tried, but her sound was too light, like a feather dancing over thunder. "Nice try," said the elephant kindly. "You're more of a sparkle than a stomp." In the shade of an apple tree, a fox played a soft violin, tail swaying with each graceful stroke. Nina hummed along. The fox said, "You sound lovely, but you don't weep like my violin. You twinkle." Nina giggled, too sparkly again. In the quiet of twilight, an owl hooted melodies on a silver flute. "Care to try?" he asked. Nina whistled beside him, but her sound bounced too brightly. "You're not a whisper in the wind," said the owl. "You're a glimmer in the stars." By a swamp, a crocodile wheezed and wheeled an accordion, playing a merry jig. Nina zipped beside him. Her sound fizzled and sparkled, not squashed and stretchy. "Too shiny for swamps," the croc chuckled. "But I like your shimmer." High in the jungle canopy, a parrot shook maracas, feathers flashing. "Join the party," she squawked. Nina rattled beside her, but her note floated more than it shook. "Too soft for salsa," the parrot chirped. "But you shine, little Noda." Inside a cozy barn, a mouse tapped a triangle. Ding, ding. Nina dinged too. For a moment, they almost matched, but Nina's note shimmered longer, like a ripple. "Lovely," the mouse squeaked. "But your sound is like moonlight, not metal." On a snowy slope, a penguin thumped on ice drums. "Let's jam," he said, tapping out a chilly beat. Nina tried, but her sound fluttered like falling snowflakes. "You're not a thump," said the penguin. "You're a tingle." Curled in the desert sands, a snake played a golden harp with his tail. Each note shimmered warm and slow. Nina joined in, but she sparkled too fast. "You're not made for hush," hissed the snake. "You're made for glow." In a coral reef, a dolphin bounced on seashell xylophones. "Wanna try?" she squeaked. Nina zipped from shell to shell, but her sound soared above the splashes. "Too skybound," the dolphin giggled. "You're a shooting star, not a splash." On a mountain trail, a goat plucked a banjo, hoof stomping. Nina spun along the twangs, but her sound felt more floaty than foot tapping. "Not quite a hoedown," bleated the goat, "but you're catchy." In a foggy pond, a frog played jazz on a curved saxophone, eyes half-lidded. Nina riffed along, but couldn't quite sync with the swing. "Cool tone," said the frog, "but you ain't got the blues. You've got stardust." Finally, Nina came to a quiet hill where an old upright piano sat under a tree. A black cat rested on its bench, tapping a gentle tune. "Lost are you?" purred the cat. Nina nodded. "I've tried every song, but I don't fit." The cat smiled and played a new melody. Soft, dreamy, unfinished. "Try now," he said. Nina floated into the tune, and something clicked. Her note danced with the piano's. Not louder, not faster, just right. Together, they made a new song. One that sparkled, shimmered, and dreamed. Nina's song. Animals gathered from near and far, listening in awe. The elephant's ears flapped. The owl hooted. The dolphin did a flip. It was Nina's song, a sound no one had heard before, because she didn't fit in someone else's tune. She was made to begin her own. The end.